Ride on the train.
Now if it's a party, I know I slide through. Ain't why me shine with no dime, slide through. Hey bitch, I'm elevated.
Yes, sir.
Home, if it's a party, I know I slide through.
Your boy Blakberry the Rex. This is the Rex Pit, and welcome to another Rex Pit on a Thursday night. If you are new to the channel, what we do here is we talk sports, we talk hot topics, and whatever the hell else we feel like talking about over here on the Rex Pit. But it's the home team and nothing but the home team. So without further ado, let's go ahead get this thing started. It's going now into week 10 of this 2024 NFL season. And we got a hot Atlanta Falcons team going into that week 10. So we're going to have plenty of Falcon talk to talk about. We got the Atlanta Hawks coming off a electrifying win over the New York Knicks at home last night with Trae Young giving Knicks fans his ass to kiss and telling them they can go home immediately. Don't waste no time. So we're going to talk about how he owns the Knicks fans, Trae Young. We're going to talk about how the Georgia Bulldogs are ranked third. I think they the number 3 seed in the playoffs. We're going to discuss a little bit about the playoffs, the structure of the 12-team playoff, and if we going I want people's thoughts on what they think about these playoffs. I just want people's thoughts about what they think about these college playoffs, because for me, I don't too much like how it done shaped up. I don't too much like how it done, because and it ain't got nothing to do with the structure of the playoffs. It's more so to do with all my, conspiracy theories I got about the college football or playoff committee and the things that I researched and seen some plotting and whatnot. It's kind of they kind of telling on themselves with this playoff or setup with this structure of these playoffs, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. But before we do, shout out to Jonte Rozier. He in the building, man. Listen, if you don't know how to read, I'm sorry, but get somebody around you to read the bottom of the screen. Go to hometeamfish.com, get your home team Falcon apparel. For Falcons fans, of course, for Georgia Bulldog fans, for Atlanta Braves fans, for Atlanta Hawks fans. And guess what? If you're a fan of other teams, we got some stuff on there for you as well. Just uploaded a real nice little fan art LA Rams shirt on the website. So we got something for everybody. Little something for everybody. So go to hometeamfish.com. Get your home team apparel. Represent for your home team on hometeamfish.com. Also, if you just want to show some love to the channel and help the channel grow, hit your boy up with a little hook me up with a little seasoning in the Cash App department, and hit your boy up if you just want to add to the growth of Blakberry the Rich channel. Now, With that being said, let's get to the nitty gritty because when it comes to talking business, I do enough business talking on a daily basis. No more. Let's get off the business. Let's take care of some nitty gritty right now. Let's get to the nitty gritty. So the Atlanta Falcons are going into week 10, 6-3. Now, me personally, this is round about where I saw us being. This round about where I saw us being with Kirk Cousins. I didn't know if I felt good about the Kirk Cousins signing because I didn't know if he was going to be able to last a full season. But I figured he could get us round about to this point right here, and we could be about 6-3. I was hoping that by now we wouldn't see any signs of him, favoring that leg or any signs of him, digressing from when he would finally pick it up. But see, all of that was predicated on, I felt like that since they were saying he was going to be able to come back sooner than what we thought, that he would get at least a game in the preseason to kind of get his feet wet. I was hoping it was going to be like that last game of the season or the preseason. He get back acclimated and get his feet wet. That's what I was hoping that they were going to do. But that wasn't the case. Didn't play him nor anybody else on the starting offense. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Hold on 1 minute. But anyway, we got a 6-3 Falcons team. We got a Kirk Cousins who don't seem to be too bothered by this leg. I don't see him being bothered by it at all, actually. He actually took off and ran a couple weeks ago and picked up a first down on a 3rd and long. So I see that having a quarterback like Kirk Cousins, I think those of us that's been paying attention, we already seen the possibilities with a quarterback like Kirk. We already seen. We knew we had the team built around him already. We got the backfield. We got the offensive line. You got, you had a number one. You got a number one receiver in Drake London. You got a Kyle Pitts. You went and added the additions of Mooney and Ray with that, and of course you still got you still got number 12, but we knew that you had the pieces. You just needed a centerpiece. You needed a quarterback. So when we got Kirk, I seen us being at this 6-3 record, somewhere between 5-4, 6-3. I seen us around this. Even if it would have been something like 4-5, with the possibility to be able to get over the hump around this point. I just didn't want to see a Kirk Cousins laboring that injury. And I'm glad I'm not seeing that. So, with that being said, no Kirk Cousins laboring the injury. 6-3 record. Now we got some knickknacks around the team. We got some people that need to come. We got some people that need to come back and get back into the fold. What's going on with your Maggie T? We got some folks that want to get back in that can get back in the fold. With like a Trae Anderson on the defensive side of the ball. It's word that he can come back this week. Listen. I'm a little lost for words. And I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes I wish somebody, from the major networks. Sometimes I wish somebody from a major network would one day just come across some of our content creators live streams like myself, like AFN and Mad Mike and like Slither and Wolf Solidify War or somebody like that. Bitlow Country, whoever, a Falcon content creator. Sometimes I wish they would come across us and then one day just highlight something that we say. And me specifically. Highlight something because and put it on in mainstream for like these content creators. Blakberry Rex, he mentioned plenty of times a while back that that if we get a quarterback that just don't turn the ball over and we get it competent quarterback play, get competent play call, all this good shit. Hey, they already got the team in Atlanta. We knew that the team was here. The team was here. And regardless of what some people want to think about Desmond Ridder, I believe with another year, maybe Desmond Ridder can have us at 4-5 right now, with the possibility to get over the hump. But you got a veteran quarterback that know how to just let it rip and got veteran leadership skills and abilities. And because of that, you got 6-3 right now. You're sitting at 6-3. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the Atlanta Falcons have given you nothing but, I don't know, every reason to believe that they can excel beyond expectations this season. They've shown you they can run the ball. They've shown you that they can throw the ball. They've shown you that they can protect the quarterback. They've shown you that they can get turnovers on the defense. They've shown you that they can come back and win games late in games. They did that early in the season. They've shown you a multitude of things that you would need answered. These are questions that you ask about teams that are capable of contending for championships. Can they come back late in games? Do they have the weapons? Do they have the grit? Can you stop teams late? Can you keep teams out of the end zone late? Can you get turnovers late, early? Can you run the ball? Can you throw it if it can? Are you balanced? Excuse me. The only check marks, the only boxes we don't check off is in the pass rush department and stopping the run. And if you ask me, it's been a give and take thing. It's been a give and take thing. If you can't stop the run, but you're limiting teams on what they do in the passing game, then you're sacrificing giving up the run game so you could take away the pass. Some teams try that and end up being not good at either. They give up the run, they give up the pass. We do a decent enough job with containing the passing game. We give up a lot in the run game, but we contain the passing game. So when we check, we can't check off. We ain't been able to check off that sack box. We ain't been able to check that off, but we're winning football games because we have an opportunistic defense. They take advantage of opportunities to get turnovers. Jesse Bates punching out balls, causing fumbles, getting interceptions. AJ Terrell finally finding his head around to pick off passes, finally understanding how to close on balls while they're in the air to get interceptions. These are when you have all that going on, you got the D offers that's always looking for the ball. You have these ball hawks and you have these ball go getters, and they know how to get the ball back to the offense on defense. So giving up, not getting that head, we still don't have double-digit sacks. We got 9 sacks total for the season, and we got 3 of them in the last game. So is that ideal? No. But we 6-3. And it's not a fluke 6-3. We didn't trip and fall into these 6-3s. We've had different types of wins. We've had to come back in games late. We've given up leads and have had to retake leads. We've gotten ahead of teams and closed them out late with still a 2-possession game. We've done all of that this year. We've closed teams out and we've dominated 1 or 2 games. We've won in every fashion that you would ask is a team capable of winning in. And that determines whether or not they can contend for championships. Because when it come time for the grit games, the games where you're going to have to kick in, you're going to have to catch that second win. You're going to have to step it up a notch. When those games come, can you win them? And we've had, now, granted, the pressure points ain't been there. The pressure ain't been there yet because he ain't in the playoffs. But this team had a lot to prove. So there was some pressure. And they've won games with pressure applied on the main stage, might I add. We talk about primetime games, Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night. We've had those games already this year, and we've won them all, by the way, the primetime games. So when you have the ability to win those types of games, you show that you are capable of winning big. You are capable of winning in different fashions. That's what we got to be able to do. Jonte Rose just said, what's your thoughts on not getting a pass rush? We had already got a pass rush. They had already did that with Matthew Judon. See, because Judon ain't panned out to be a dynamic sack machine, because he ain't panned out to be that for us thus far, we think, oh, they need to go make a move for a pass rush. I want you to think about something. If you play spades, Jonte, I want you to think about something. When you count your hand, before you tell your partner how many you got, you might have 2 in a possible. Those 2, you already planning for how you gonna win them, right? You already know you're gonna win with them 2 in your head. You know how you finna win with them. Your first drop with one of them guarantees. Your first drop, one of them guarantees to get cut. Oh shit! Wait, whoa, shit! That motherfucker cutting out the gate. He cutting them hearts out the gate. Hart's getting cut out the gate. Shit, you thought that was a guarantee, but it's not. Now, you know you can't go chasing after that goddamn book. You can't do it. If you go chase after that book, what you gonna do? You're gonna end up giving them extra books. You don't want to do that. So what you got to do? You got to reevaluate. Now you got to do in-game adjustments. In this case, for the Falcons, is in-season adjustments. Judon ain't getting the sacks we thought he was gonna get. Is he getting some pressures? He getting pressure here and there, yeah, but he ain't getting the sacks. Same thing on the other side of the line. AK not getting the sacks. Harrison not getting the sacks. Excuse me, Agent Zero ain't getting the sacks. So, and your interior defense not getting that push to apply more pressure up the middle. So, you got to do in-season adjustments. The adjustments have to come within what you already have in your hand. There is no graveyard. You ain't playing bones. There is no graveyard. You got what you got. Now, you in spades, you can try to depend on your partner to come back around on them hearts and he lead out after them spades all done ran out. Now you can lead back. Now you can get lead back out with some hearts and get that book. But that usually come towards the end. Well, when that's still playing with what you have in your hand. And we thought we had that ace in the hole with Judon. We thought we had it. It just ain't panned out so far how we thought it would. Now, if you think about it, and I've done this, go back and watch the first half of the season. Go back and watch the first 4 games of the season. Teams rolled away. They rolled out when they would run plays where they had to roll out, where the quarterback had to roll out, or if they was doing misdirection plays, they did them away from Judon. Why? Because Judon he's good at disrupting those types of plays before they can develop. And because those fields, it's a lot of action going on in the backfield with misdirection plays. So you don't want a guy like Matt Judon disrupting that. So you go away from him so you can do the action in the backfield and get it out your hand fast. Whatever the action is, whether it's a fake handoff, whether it's an end around, whether it's a counter play, whatever it is, whatever the case is, whether the quarterback rolling out whatever to the flats, whatever the case is, they do it away from Matt Judon because they don't want him disrupting the play before it can even develop. They still do that. So, I still got my wife on the phone. So, he's still impactful. Okay? He's still impactful in a way where teams are limited on what they can do during games because of Matt Judon's presence. Has he been as productive as people thought he was going to be in the sack department? No, but he still has a reputation. Coaches and players still understand this is Matt Judon. He could turn it on at any moment. We still have to roll out away from Matthew Judon. So defensively, Jimmy Lake and the rest of the defense understand we have opportunities to get after quarterbacks, and we can get a little creative here. We can get a little creative with this because we know that they're not going to look to his side of the line when they want to do misdirections or something like that. Most misdirection plays happen. Excuse me. Most misdirection plays happen on the hash mark. So that means you're not in the middle of the field. The ball's not placed in the middle of the field. That's when most misdirection plays occur. So the whole point is to have the defense thinking you're going to use the space provided, the extra space provided on the far side of the field, but you're going to go to the short side of the field. Or vice versa, if you line up what it called off balance. If you line up off balance and line your heavy side of your line up to the left, to the short side, and you're gonna do a misdirection to that side and use the open field. Judon disrupts what teams want to do because of that presence. So what you do is you plan for that if you Jimmy Lake. And I think he has been planning for that. It just hasn't been working out the way we expected. Now, personnel has to follow suit. They have to go out there and they have to execute plays. That's defensively and offensively. They have to execute plays. Judon ain't been executing in the manner we want him to. But he has still been impactful in a way of his presence, in a way of him, his reputation as a pass rusher. Teams going away from him. And that leaves opportunities for the secondary and for the linebacker group to be able to make plays to get turnovers. And I think that's also what plays for. So when it comes to strategy, every single little detail matters. Every little detail matters. Jimmy Lake knows that teams, from watching tape, he knows teams are going away from Judon. When they run plays, they're going away from Judon. He knows that. So what do? We force the ball to Judon's side. If it's a passing play, okay, they did a fake handoff inside. They did a fake handoff to that side. It's play action. Force him to have to throw the ball that way. That way, soon as he turn, if he got to turn his body, Judon is in his face. Or somebody is in his face. What's up, Miss Pal? In the building. Jonte say, is it the scheme? It's somewhat the scheme, it's somewhat the player. It's somewhat the scheme, it's somewhat the player. No game is the same. No coach goes into any game doing the same thing we did last week. No coach is thinking that. You have your bread and butter. You have your bread and butter. Your bread and butter is, you can go to that anytime, in the odds say that you're going to come out on top on that play using your bread and butter, whatever it is. If it's cover 2 zone man, if it's cover 2 lock, if it's zone man, if it's cover 3, cover 4, if it's if you're going to play, single high safety, man coverage, whatever it is you're going to do, whatever your bread and butter is, it's your bread and butter. But you have to game plan for the team that you're playing. So no coach goes into any game with the same idea to do exactly what we did last week. No, you can't. You can't. On defense or offense, you can't blitz the same. You can't be in zone the same. You just can't. And I think that's something that Jimmy Lake was doing early on. I think that's something he was doing early on. He was just going out there with the exact same defensive game plan every single week. You can't do that at this level. And that showed his wet behind the ears. That showed his inexperience at this level. You can't do the same thing all over again. Now, What masked it a little bit was the turnover rate. We was getting turnovers. So it was no reason for Raheem Morris to step in and be like, hey, you got to stop doing this. We got to go. We got to do this. We got to do that. I need to switch up what you're doing right here. It was no reason for him to do that because we was getting turnovers. We probably had maybe one game. We probably had one game maybe where we just got our asses handed to us, and that was the Seattle game. Well, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't get nothing going defensively to stop Seattle from doing what they was doing. We was just fucking up all over the place. Busted coverages, defensive linemen being lazy and stunts, which is something that's happening too often. I didn't see a whole lot of it this past week, but that's happening a little too often. The lazy stunt play on the line. But it's this the scheme changes. Okay. Well, I'm not going to say the scheme changes. The game plan changes. And because the game plan changes, the scheme is altered. When you have injuries and you have different teams you have to go up against week in and week out, and then you have underperforming players, the scheme can look skewed. But adjustments is what's calculated during this time. In-game adjustments. If you know these issues are occurring every single week, adjustments have to get you to better results. When you don't make adjustments, or when the lack thereof adjustments, or when the adjustments that you're making are not working, there's going to be criticism. But we're winning football games. But we're getting turnovers. So you have to analyze it as, well, we not getting the sacks. And we not able to stop the run like we want to as a fan base, because we making sure we don't give up a lot in the passing game. If teams can't kill us in the passing game, we'll give up the runs. We won't get the sacks. We won't. It's just part of the game. You're giving a little, you're taking a little. You're giving up a little, you're giving away a little. And you're taking a little. It's just part of the game. It's a plus. Now, this is where, as a fan base, this is where we got to be educated. It's a plus when you can run a cover 2 zone. It's a plus when you can run a Tampa 2 defense and have everybody sitting back in zone, only sending 4 or 3 in some cases. Because you might, in some cases, you have somebody spy on the line to keep the quarterback from being able to get loose. So sometimes you only send 3, you only send 4. It's a plus when you got a front 4 or a front 3 that can still generate consistent pressure. That don't happen often for any football team. It's a rare commodity to have in football, to have a zero tech defensive tackle and have 2-3 techs that can generate pressure by themselves consistently throughout a game. That's a rare commodity. And to be able to have interchangeable pieces, guys that can sub in and out and can still do that consistently throughout a season, that's just not something, it's not realistic. That's why we can only count a number of teams that have had that. We can only count a number of teams that have had that. And most of those teams still were in a base 4-3 defense. The Baltimore Ravens is probably one of few teams over the course of time that ran a 3-4 defense and could get that amount of pressure with just 3 down linemen on a consistent basis. But that's what they scout for. That's what they recruit for. They want that. They're looking for that. That's what they're looking for. And when you got a great defensive-minded head coach, and a great defensive-minded general manager, because I think that's some people also forget. a GM has to have a side of the ball that he's going to be excellent at going and finding talent for. Mike Tomlin is excellent at going and finding talent on that side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball. Okay. Jim Harbaugh was excellent at going and finding that talent. Is that Jim or John? That's John. John Harbaugh, my bad. Jim is the Michigan guy. But when you're capable of having that on your defense, I mean, it's a plus. Everything else has to be about the scheme. The scheme has to bring out the best in a guy's abilities and talent. That's offensively and defensively. The scheme has to bring out the best of their ability. It's plenty. You can get somebody that's who people can go look at their career and see, depending on the team they was on, is when you saw the best out of them. And it was basically mainly because of the scheme. Go look at and this on the offense side of the ball. Go look at Odell Beckham Jr.'s career. Go look at his career. You got the best out of Odell in his early years with the Giants because the scheme was built for him to stretch the field. That's what the scheme was built to do. But when he got the schemes, well, it wasn't about throwing the ball down the field. See, that Giants team, they thought that they could, after a few seasons, and he came back from injury, they thought that, okay, we got to protect Odell. We got to be able to run the ball. They tried to incorporate the run game more. They tried to build the offense around the run game more. They thought if they had a quarterback that could scramble, let me say, a scrambling quarterback, that adds depth to the running game or running portion of the game. And Odell, he just didn't look the same. Folks think it was because of the injuries. I think it was because the scheme changed. The scheme wasn't built for his type of play anymore. So you didn't get the best out of Odell. It's just what it is. And then with Baltimore, they not a slang the ball down the field team. They a medium range team and run the football. That's what they are. Big Will.
What it do, my boy?
What happened there, homie?
Ain't nothing, man. They got too ink full in the motherfucker.
Hey, no lie. What I'm about to do, Will, I'm about to let you talk a whole lot. And I'm finna I'm finna shave off some of this Ed Fouillon. But hey, Big Will, man, what's going on, man? How you doing today, man?
I'm all right, bro. Chilling.
I don't know if you can hear it or not. I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah, you sound congested like a motherfucker.
I'm a little under the weather. But I'm glad I got you here. Because right before we
I
get
didn't even
into
know
this,
you were live. I just looked in the chat. I seen you little screen, y'all. I'm like, damn, let me pop up on here before you end this shit.
yeah, because I started on time tonight. On the right day.
Yeah.
Last week, it was that Halloween thing going on, and I went out of town to see my grandma and all that. So had a lot going on last week. But hey, we on time today.
Yes,
But
sir.
before we get to talking about the Hawks in the Knicks game last night and Trae Young owning Knicks fans, give me real quick something I just said, or I just said a minute ago when it came to the defense for the Falcons and being a give and take defense where we giving up the run, we giving up not getting sacked, we're not able to get the sacks, but we get the turnovers. Tell me where you think we are at this point of the season with the defense from this point on. Where do you see the defense? What do you see the defense being from this point on?
Oh well, shit. I'm hoping we improve, bro, because we can't sustain this right here, bro. Like I said, if we going to where we trying to go, bro, to where we trying to do the playoff, man, everything goes on the microphone glass. Like I said on my show, bro. You're gonna have to be able to stop that run, bro. You gonna you gonna have to be able to stop the run, bro, to succeed in the playoff, man. And we got, and it's very simple to fix it, bro. We just gotta make the tackle. We're in position. Stop over pursuing. Wrap up. I mean, like you said, we get turnover, but I don't need you to sacrifice a tackle for a turnover. I need you to secure that tackle first.
But let me ask you this. So if tackling still an issue with this defense, and we not
9 weeks
getting
in is an issue, right?
it Jonte Rozier asked up here, is the scheme? Is it the scheme that needs to be altered or changed? Or is it
What
that
I got,
players
the
just
problem I got with the defensive
what
coordinator, they still got them boys playing off. That's the problem I got with him. But as far as the scheme wise, them boys are there. They're there. They're just not wrapping up. Now, I don't like him playing off. Bring them boys up 3 to 4 yards off, not 7 to 10. Bring them boys up some.
and that's something everybody
You
can see
make,
though. That's
no,
something everybody.
you making it too easy for the offense, dog. You making it too easy. You sit there, you getting me 7 to 10 yards off. I'm gonna take that little pass. And hope and trust my guy to make somebody miss. You know what I mean? Cause they doing it on every down, bro. If they getting 7 yards on first down, you got 2 more down to make 3 yards. We in the NFL. 9 times out of 10, these teams can make 3 yards and 2 down, bro.
Now
You feel
last
what
week
I'm saying?
I saw them move up a little bit in the slot.
I only saw Hughes. I only saw your boy Hughes jamming his receiver. AJ Terrell was still back. Only person I saw come up with Hughes.
So that's how AJ have always played. Well, AJ he does it. I think they give him the freedom to do it as he sees fit.
He need to stop doing that, motherfucker. He been getting burnt. Stop doing it.
My thing is in that slot. Stop giving that slot receiver all that goddamn room.
The Alfred, yeah, he's still playing off also. That's the problem I got with the defense coordinator.
Because that's the whole point of the slot receiver or the slot man. It's usually the ball come out fast. Now you
Right.
got tight ends, you got some tight ends, and you do have some plays. Well, the slot receiver is drawed up for like them to do some kind of crazy ass damn drag and loop type situation. Like Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce do more to them than anybody. And George Kittle. But that ball more likely gonna come out fast. You can't give up all that goddamn space in the slot. On the outside, I get it.
This ain't college football. They're gonna kill us there.
Yo, and you better be damn good at closing on the damn on closing on the ball carrier in the ball. You better be damn good at your closing speed. Better be awesome.
Even with that Blakberry, you
Space,
get
man. And I think that's also part of the bad tackling. I think that's part of the bad tackling issue.
what them playing off.
The playing off like that because
Shit, we got linebackers missing tackle. What's the excuse?
linebackers always playing off. They always
Shit, they right there at the line of scrimmage.
linebackers always playing off. No,
You got a defensive lineman missing tackle. Grady Jarrett, we could have had 7 sacks against Dallas. We missed by 4 tackles.
hey man, we've been missing sacks like crazy all year.
Grady Jarrett, Kaden Ellis missed one. What do you
I
got?
feel like we miss at least 5 to 7 sacks a week. That's what it feels like. But
Yeah, that's great.
a part of it is the scheme, because the scheme has to be altered, and it has to like every week. No coach goes into every game trying to do the exact same thing they did the week before.
It's
You can't
simple
do
as
it. You can't do that. But
but we
that's something Jimmy Lake was trying to do, and because and if he wasn't trying to do it, hell, we couldn't tell because it looked like we went out there with the exact same scheme,
you
exact
remember
same
the
game plan every single week.
you remember the reporter asked him that. Do he feel he need to change something? Well, no, I don't feel I need to change something. I feel it's gonna work. We stick with it. He said it. He said he was gonna stick with it.
He said that, and see, when you're getting turnovers, can't nobody really complain. Because we could talk about not getting these sacks all goddamn day. But if we steady coming out with wins and with multiple turnovers, why would Jimmy Lake or Raheem Morris give a damn about not getting sacked?
Yeah, I take wins all day. But what happened when we get to the playoffs, Blackberry? What happens in the playoffs?
And that's why I was just about to go with that. Let's be real. When you get in the playoffs, however you win a football game, you just win. And somebody was talking about earlier, Will, was we've shown we can win in different fashions. So when you ask the questions about teams being a contender to win a championship, well, can they win close games? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Can they come back late? Or can they be clutch? Yes. Can they control football games and put teams away late? Yes. We've won in these different fashions. We just can't check off those boxes that everybody wants to see us check off in the pass rush department. Because
I don't care too much about the sacks, really, to tell you the truth. Just as long as you getting him off his spot, you getting pressure, you're hitting him. Because sacks are, sacks come in bunches, and there's it takes a little luck with them also, you know what I mean? You got to have a stubborn quarterback who's going to sit there and hold the ball for you. But we ain't going to get sacks if we're playing that deep, that far off. Because they getting the ball like in 2 seconds, bro. I don't care who you got. Okay, who you got at pass rush? We ain't getting back there. We can have 2 Joey Bosa's on this team, and we wouldn't get back there if we playing that far off, let them get that ball off.
Yeah, the secondary has to complement the front seven, and the front seven got to complement the secondary.
Yeah, exactly. It's an engine out there. It's not one part. It's an engine. All parts moving at once. You know what I mean? It's different parts. They all conjoint to each other.
So, like with Jonte, what he said right here was, and I've heard this a number of times, the 2016 defense is similar to this one. Not a lot of sacks.
I'm not gonna say that. The boy made tackles. The boy made tackles.
Them boys were good at. Them boys were real good at tackling. And might I remind you, that defense consisted of first and second year players. There was only one guy on that defense that had more than 2 years experience, and that was Dwight Freeney. Everybody else was rookies and second year players.
I'll take Claiborne had a couple years on.
Claiborne went on that 16 team, was it?
Yeah, he was on there.
Well, him and Freeney, 2 people. Because Grady was in his second year, or was he a rookie?
Yeah, Grady was in his second year.
Your boy Vic Beasley was in his second year. I think maybe Ricardo Allen probably was in like his 3rd or 4th year. The defense was much younger, much younger. So, and we didn't have the depth that this team was supposed to have either in 2016. This team was supposed to have more depth. But if you talking about as far as the sacks go, yeah. Neither defense got a lot of sacks.
Yeah, they ain't get a lot of sacks. Yeah.
But
But
it's
they
about
did get a lot of hits on the quarterback. They was pressuring their quarterback.
and think about this now. I got to go back and look. But if I recall, in that game in the Super Bowl, New England didn't hit Matt Ryan until it mattered the most. And that was in the fourth quarter.
Until we were scrambling. We were scrambling at that point because we had a lead. We thought we won the game. And now we had to hit the scramble drill because we let the boy come back.
So you got to get pressure on the quarterback. And sacks, we would all love to have them sacks. But the top three teams right now leading in the sack department, which is the Jets. Who was it? The Jets.
The Giants, the top sack team right now. And they got a 2-win record.
Yeah, it's the Jets and the Giants and somebody else.
Yeah, coming into last week, the Giants had like 31 sacks. I don't know if they had one at the last game they just played.
I want to say the Jets, the Giants, and Denver. But there's three teams that right now, the playoffs will start right now. They're not in the playoffs. So I think we
all right, so you got, hey, Blakberry.
Go ahead.
You got the Giants with 35, Denver with 31, the Jets with 31, Houston with 29, and Baltimore with 28. Them the top five.
Only Houston right now is in the playoffs right now. The playoffs will start right now.
Baltimore being there.
Oh, you said Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore number 5.
They number 5. But the top 3 not in the playoff right now. The playoff started right now.
Nope.
So even in our division, the Saints get sacked. Carolina gets sacks. Tampa gets sacks. But who ahead of the division? Falcons. And we still ain't in double digits in sacks. And if I'm being real, we finna play the Saints. Derek Carr will be playing. It's possible we won't get a sack this coming up Sunday. It's very well possible that we not gonna get a sack. But we still probably finna win this goddamn game handedly.
So it depends on how much they use Taysom Hill.
That's why I like that Jonte asked that question. Is it the scheme? Because the scheme is built to get you turnovers. That's what it's built to get you. And I think that's how it's designed. Something I talked about before you came on, Will, was it's a rare commodity in football to be able to rush 3 or 4 down linemen only in a game consistently throughout a season, and they get consistent pressure with just your down 3 or your down 4 persistently in football. It ain't but a handful of teams that ran a base 3-4 defense, like the Baltimore Ravens. They are one of few teams that can run a 3-4 consistently and get pressure with their down 3.
Well, they've been sucking this year. They've been giving up. They've been giving up them points this year.
Yeah, I'm just talking about over history.
Well, yeah. The only thing, then the Bears used to get pressure. Then they blitz a lot. The Bears used to blitz.
Bears ran a 4-3 defense though.
Right, you're right. They had three linebackers. Yeah.
So the way I look at it with this sack situation, Do I want us to get more sacks? Yes. Do I think you need to get more sacks? Yes. But do I think not getting them, it would stop you from being able to contend for a championship? No. I don't think that. As a matter of fact, I think something that we're really good at, which is turning the ball over, it really gives you more of an edge in football games in the playoffs that you got Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons, who's great at getting turnovers. That you got AJ Terrell finally figuring out how to get the ball in their hands and keep it in their hands. I don't know. Maybe they put some rat trap glue on that boy gloves or something before we
put some stickum on that motherfucker.
yeah. But you know they be checking them referees be checking for that sticker. Now you gotta do something like have some rat traps over there on the sideline or something.
They put some of that Flex Seal gel on that.
That Flex Seal, yeah. So when you got guys when you got a defense that's capable of turning that ball over, that's the most effective thing a defense can do in a football game is turn the ball over to the offense. When you get sacks most of the time don't result into turnovers. Turnovers is turnovers. So I'm not going to complain too much right now about sacks. I'll complain about the sacks in the lack thereof when we lose in football games and when we look at the turnover differential and it don't look too well. That's when I'll complain with, hell, you need to get some goddamn sacks. And until then, I'm like Raheem Morris. Why do I need to step on my defensive coordinator toes right now? His defense getting turnovers. Sacks are sexy, yeah, but so is turnovers. We just ain't got a big booty girl right now. We just got a busted girl. We just got a big titty girl right now. We ain't got a big booty girl. She just got big titties. We'd love for her to have big titties and a big ass, but she's still centerfold. Still got them big boobs. Still got them big titties. I wish we could have Cardi B.
We ain't even had no turnover last week though.
But we stuck with Pamela Anderson.
we ain't even got no turnover. We got Kamala over here. Fresh off the election, we got Kamala defense. That's what we got.
She wear all them suits. I don't know what she got up under that suit. Well, Jonathan J said, we don't get in a sack this game, we'll come away with 3 turnovers. Think about that. Now, that's really how your game been going. We might not get them sacks, but we going to get them turnovers. And when we
ain't have no turnover against Dallas. We ain't get no turnover.
But we got 3 sacks.
We definitely did. Yeah, we got 3 sacks.
That's what Jonathan's saying.
We got 3 sacks. You're right. Which we could have had 7, motherfuckers.
So
I'm just saying, if we take care of this, we can win comfortably. We the only team in the league that can't win comfortably. It got to be a headache every time. You got to have your heart attack medicine right there. You know what I mean? Like
that's just the life of an Atlanta fan.
Of an Atlanta fan, exactly. I was just about to say Atlanta.
But somebody who does seem to get quite comfortable when they go play somebody is Trae Young.
Yeah,
whenever he plays the Knicks, he's quite comfortable. Last night, the New York Knicks came to town. They played us at home in Atlanta at State Farm Arena. They had a little comeback in the third quarter, of course, just like typical Typical Hawks, they give up. If they're not giving up the fourth, they're going to give up the third. That's for sure. But your boy, your Ricky Ricochet
went off.
Went plumb off last night. Had his first 30-plus point game. He finished the game with 33 points. 2 blocks and had, I don't know how he had like 4 or 5 steals. The boy was balling last night. But at the end of the game, which the Hawks pulled out and won, Trae Young during the post game interview on the live mic, by the way, for the stadium, for the arena, said he really hopes these Hawks. I mean, he really hopes these Knicks fans find the exit real quick.
Yeah, boo.
Some of them heard it and started booing it. He said, "Boo, take your ass home." Big Will, has Trae Young made a lifelong enemy out of New York Knicks fans?
Yeah, until he go play for him, and they able to get him in the trade, and they gonna love him.
Oh man, I hope that shit don't ever happen.
It's crazy. This team is just confusing with the team. Sometimes they play like straight boo boo. But you know how many leads we gave up this year?
The Hawks, until they figure out that you have to build. If when Snyder came in, we know what Snyder like to do offensively. He a 3-point shooting coach. He want to back up three. But you got a starting center who can't give you shit outside the circle. He can't give you nothing outside the key. Now,
yeah, he's not a 3-point shooter.
I love the game Clint brings to basketball, to the Hawks. I think he's been the most consistent player on this team, including Trae Young. For what Clint does, he gives it to you more consistently than anybody on his team since he's been here. But the problem is he don't fit what your coach likes to do. They keep trying to make it work. You need a stretch 5, a real stretch 5. A short or a real 6'11", 7-foot center that can step outside the key and knock down some jump shots for you. He got that lead back give you some deep twos. He got
that defense ain't strong enough for that though, Blakberry.
What Gallo could give us. Gallo, what'd you say?
Our defense ain't strong enough for we be playing out on the perimeter.
You gotta have stronger perimeter defenders. If the perimeter defense ain't strong enough, and you got I try to go back and look at that damn Utah team, man, to try to get a sense of
they had Gobert. He wasn't no
Snyder likes to do, huh?
They had Gobert. He wasn't no 3-point shooter, and they worked well up there.
But Gobert could give you something outside the key, though. He could give you some hook shots outside the key.
Clint did score 18 the other night. Now he scored 18.
What y'all want? What you want, Sid? You gonna be quiet? Yeah, right. We gonna see. What you want? Watch TV? Anyway, I think this my wife way of telling me to get off this damn thing. Should have sent the babies up here.
Calling card. You know the calling card.
Yeah, it's trying to call it. But real quick, Will, what you think about them college playoffs in the seedings?
Yeah, I think they snubbed Georgia, but it's all good. Ohio State, the only game that they had a meaning on their schedule was goddamn Oregon.
Do you really think Georgia got snubbed?
Yeah, Georgia had the toughest schedule coming into the league, coming to the season this year. They had one of the toughest schedules. And Ohio State ain't faced nobody but Oregon. And they
I'm gonna
lost to
keep
them,
this
bro.
100. I'm gonna keep this 100.
But it don't matter. It's the first one though. It don't matter.
It's the first one. I don't think we got snubbed on the seeding. I think 3 is right. I think 3 is right where we need to be at.
Hold on. So you think Ohio State is better than us?
No, but I think this is what Beck needs. This is what Carson Beck needs. This is what he needs
That motherfucker needs Jesus.
to finally to get it through his damn head. Boy, you cannot coast to a championship, boy. You got to stop turning that ball over.
I want to know why Kirby is babying him, bro. I think he babying him because we don't have nothing better on the roster, bro. That's
What
the
make you
only
say
reason.
that? What make you think he being baby?
You don't see him on the sideline? He be babying this dude. He don't chew him out like he usually chew out the other quarterbacks. He be babying him. Then in the post game speech, oh, I sent it in the chat. The post game speech, bro. He sat there and said, "Yeah, we know Carson didn't play as well. Carson over there looking sad like a dog, a puppy dog, or whatever. He looking real soft." And Kirby had to tell him, "Come on, stand up. This your city." You know what I mean? Because they got the win in Florida or whatever. He like, we know Carson didn't play that well and everything, but what we got to do, we got to play well better around him. You remember when the quarterback play wasn't that good? They pulled the dude out and gave Stetson the job. Kirby ain't never babied no quarterback like this, bro. He used to cut Stetson Bennett butt out, bro. When he messed up, cuss him out.
I don't
So I'm
know.
not understanding why. I don't know if he is Carson Beck soft like that and he can't take the ass chewing or whatnot. But it been seeming like he babying this dude, bro.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell it like this. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Stetson Bennett is a better quarterback than Carson Beck. But
He is to prove otherwise. Because Carson Beck ain't showed me that yet.
And I think that's worth saying too. He
Yeah.
is until proven otherwise, because Kirby understands what he's working with. Like you just said, maybe he knows he has to coach Beck differently than how he coached Stetson. Stetson had moxie, had moxie about him. He had attitude and personality. He was a showman. Stetson was a showman. Carson has been more of a robot type quarterback. Like, this is ABC and 1, 2, 3 XYZ. This is what there is no gray area. Everything's black and white with Carson. With Stetson, it was all kind of goddamn gray and colorful shit going on with Stetson. So he could get off in Stetson ass, and he knows Stetson gonna be able to handle it because Stetson gonna take it back out there on the field and use it to produce. He probably knows that something like that with Carson, all that's gonna do is he just gonna dug his head in his shell and go hide in his shell. He ain't gonna take it out there on the field and use it for positive production.
Yeah, he's soft.
He might be soft. He just might be soft. And it's okay. Answer this question. Answer these questions right here.
What's up?
Sunshine. Trevor Lawrence. Would you say he's soft?
Yeah, no. Sunshine had moxie.
Would you say
You talking about the college Sunshine or the Jaguar Sunshine?
just think about the college days. Just think about the college days.
Oh no, he was that dude in Clemson now. That boy was that dude.
Would you think would you say that Macaulay Culkin, would you say he's soft?
Who?
Macaulay Culkin over there in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow.
And in college,
Yeah, just think about it. College.
no, he went soft. No sir. That
And
boy had swag. That boy was swagger, boy.
then look at Stetson Bennett. Look at Tonga full uh Tua
To a tongue of alarm. Yeah.
Tonga Valoa. Like these dudes ain't soft.
No.
They ain't no soft. In college, when we saw them winning championships, you didn't get that soft feeling from them. Now Beck, I can't say that I don't get that feeling from him that he just might be soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just might be. Can we win the champion? Can we really win a championship with a soft quarterback?
What I say, if we win the championship, it won't be because of that. It's gonna be despite that. It's gonna need our defense to be more consistent if we want to win the championship this year. I'm gonna have to say that all top.
Oh,
And to prove it otherwise. Because right now he ain't showed me, bro. I'm gonna be real, he ain't showed me.
you mean
That all the big
how the
games he
Braves?
got multiple turnovers, bro. He got multiple turnovers in all the big games.
You mean like how the Braves won that Spider Snicker?
Exactly. Exactly. And we found that out this year. He had a couple scapegoats this year, though. He fired by 3-4 folk. He had some scapegoats. He should have been fired.
He should have been fired, bro.
He should have been let go for sure. Hey,
And
don't get his retirement. Get his retirement papers.
I know if Thompson heard that he'll be trying to get on here right now. Blakberry. So you gonna fire me? Listen, he should have been fired, bro. Snick does not know. He don't have an iron fist when it comes to managing a team, bro. And you can tell that he don't got an iron fist. He let teams get away with targeting players. He let umpires get away with bullshit calls. He don't get off in players behind when they clearly showing that they not giving the effort that you used to seeing them see. And I'm calling his ass out right now too. Alex Riley.
Austin Riley.
Oh, yeah, Austin. I said Alex.
Austin
Riley.
Yeah.
Clearly not giving the effort that he used to giving. Like, come on, man. You got to analyze the team along with the manager or the coach in this instance, the manager in this instance. Schnick should have been fired. He should have been fired.
Exactly. It was hard for me to watch the game. I couldn't even watch the game no more, bro. I kept up with him on ESPN. I couldn't even watch the game, bro.
See, Jonte, they weren't gonna be able to hold on to run Washington because he got thrown that bag.
Yeah. And he deserved it. That's what I want. I want them to fire Snick and get Run the goddamn job.
They weren't gonna do that.
But, you know, man, it's time for Snick to retire. He's been in this organization for years. Time to retire. Go and take this little severance package and go chill with your wife on the beach.
They weren't gonna do it. They weren't gonna pull the trigger on that.
I see, because you know why? We was winning.
Yeah.
And they making profit. They making profit, so they don't care.
That's the problem when the talent masks the deficiencies of the coach.
Of the coaching, right.
That's the problem.
Right.
I think that's gonna be the problem with Schneider for the Hawks. That's gonna be the problem with Jimmy Lake for the Falcons. That's gonna be the problem. The talent is masking the deficiencies of the coaching. Oh, somebody has to be able to go to a coach and say, listen, you got to get this shit in order. You got to get this shit right. Because when it comes down to us winning championships, your job, we don't give a fuck about your job at that point.
Yeah.
We trying to win
a coach like goddamn Snigger, though, he got to have a hard-nosed coach with him. because he wanted to coach like that. Believe he gonna work out. He gonna be okay. We just gotta keep going. You know what I mean? You gotta have somebody chewing their ass out. But we had too many coaches like him on the roster. We had nobody to chew him out. You see what I'm saying? We had nobody to chew him out, bro.
You got a lot of them guys. They won that championship. Their heads got big. They got paid, got money, and they slacked off. Austin Riley is the biggest culprit. Don't get me wrong, I still like him, but Snick just didn't know how to whip these guys in the shape. And I get it. A lot of folks gonna say, well, what about all the injuries, Blakberry? I mean, I get it. But they won a championship with a hobble team. Mind you, Ronald Acuna wasn't even playing when they won that championship. They didn't have Ronald, and they won that championship. They had Jorge Soler. Just for a couple seasons later, you go back and get them trying to recreate magic. Come on, Schnitt. Really? So, with that being said, we're going to start wrapping this thing up, man. The Atlanta Falcons.
Wow.
We got them skanks, man. The Falcons got them skanks, and I'm gonna put it to y'all this way. I agree with that, Jonte. Yeah. Acuna don't get them 7 stone bases without run. I agree with that.
Exactly. And the
Isaac
thing,
Albis,
you knew. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
And Isaac Albis, he's not who he is today without Run Washington. All right, so we got the Skanks on Sunday. They pretty much trying to they trying to do everything but sell the damn team in New Orleans. They hosting tryouts for the local fans to see if they can make the team. They trading away arguably their best player on defense. They firing their head coach. Maggie say sweet. It's coming. The broom's already out and ready to start going. There's nothing exciting about the Skanks whatsoever. The fans, they done gave up on them already. The players, they look like they done gave up on each other already. Dennis Allen, he out the door. I just don't know what I would do if we was to go fumble this goddamn game away on Sunday.
I'd be cussing Raheem Morris out. Because we know what happened when the team first fired their coach. They come out with their hair on fire trying to save their job. We already know what they're going to try to do. And plus, in this division, everybody play each other tough, bro, no matter what the record is. So if we coming out flat-footed, I ain't got nobody but to blame but Raheem, bro. That'll piss me off. I ain't going to even lie to you. That'll piss me all the way off.
It would be a colossal mistake for Raheem Morris to let this team come into Sunday sitting on their motherfucking hands, twiddling their goddamn thumbs, thinking that they just finna cakewalk through this team. Granted, yes, they look like they done phoned it in, the Saints. Granted, yes, they are broken and hobbled. Are they a dumpster fire organization? No. That's the Carolina Panthers. But is this an organization that's trying to figure it out mid-season? No. They ain't trying to figure out shit. They just trying to get to the end of the season. So what do teams that do that, what do they love to do more than anything else? They know they ain't finna compete for no championship. They know they not finna win their division. All they got to look forward to, which is a lot to look forward to, is them paychecks at the end of the week. But what else do they have? Spoilers. Let's spoil the fun, especially for our biggest rival. Let's spoil the fun because they still got somebody over there that know how to get folks, that know how to get the team ready to play the Falcons. They still got what's his name on the defensive line. What that boy name is? Oh, what that who the edge is over the defensive end over there for the Skanks? That damn boy name is. I can't goddamn think right now. I think that Ed Fu Young taking over my brain. But we know they got Taysom Hill. And we know they got
Alvin Kamara.
No, not Alvin.
Olave might not even play. He might be out.
No, I'm talking about on deep. Who that is on defense on the defensive line? That boy name is.
Oh, the Mr. Talk a lot. God damn it.
I can't goddamn think. It's late. I'm
Can't
tired.
think his name. I can't think his name. I don't know what my excuse is.
I
don't know what my excuse is.
I can't think of the sumbit name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. They gonna be, they got folks that know how to get them ready to play the Falcons. Regardless of what they going through as a team, regardless of what they going through as an organization. They still got guys on that team that despise the Falcons. And they will get them ready to play.
Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan, that's the motherfucker name.
Yeah.
Cam Jordan know how to get that defense ready to play us. Alvin Kamara, he ain't necessarily a leader, but I bet you he know how to get the team fired up to play us. Taysom Hill, he showed y'all know he know how to get ready to play us. He ain't did shit all goddamn year. Outside of the game, the one game we done played him, and last week game, them his two best games all season. The rest of the season, he did jack shit. But you know he gonna come ready to play them Falcons, and you know they gonna have some plays drawn up for Taysom Hill. So
I know our offensive coordinator better have some plays drawn up to use both of them backs early. Goddamn, he heavy on this Bijan mustard sauce. I swear to God.
Yeah, you know why that is. They gonna trade that boy. Yeah.
Hey, I hope they do, bro. And I'm gonna keep up with him, bro. I ain't even lying. I'm gonna keep up with him.
And what crazy is, I've been comparing the Bijan and Tyler Just situation to the Daniel Tomlinson and
Michael
Turner situation. Ironically, Tyler just might end up being a Los Angeles Charger next year. And if Tyler is not a Falcon next year, I'm predicting he's gonna be a Charger because the Chargers need a running back. They need a every down back.
Yep.
Because
and it's just not. I don't know what it is. And you hear him talking in the press conference. He saying we're gonna try to get it to Bijan as many times we can. Come on, bro. We got to be able to use our talent, bro. Use your talent. You got other talent on the team. You ain't got to wait till halftime to find out. Oh, I got more talent on this roster, bro. We did the first 15 plays. 12 on went to Bijan. Now you gonna run the dude down into the ground? Bijan been balling this year, but what you gonna run him into the ground?
If you
You
notice,
gonna run the man to the ground?
Tyler get the bulk of his touches in the second half.
Late. On predict and the thing that's so worse about it, brother, it's on predictable goddamn run. They know he's finna run the ball. We played when soon
It
and
working
he
though.
making these yard right. And soon Dallas seen Tyler just come in, bro. They put a run blitz in. They was already 3-4 yards in the backfield.
It working though. See, the ideal is late in the game, you're gonna wear down that defense by laying Tyler Jill on their ass, and laying that offensive line on their ass. That's the idea at the end of the game.
Remove your mask.
That's the idea, and it's working. It works.
I don't know. They're making it hard on that. You're putting too much on your boy Coach Cousin. You put too much on him.
You think so?
Yeah, they put too much on him. You seen it like you clearly saw it in the goddamn Seattle game when they came in prepared. Yeah, they had Kirk Cousins shook a little bit. Because you put too much. You put too much on him instead of letting him able to distribute this shit out to the playmakers you got. Get these guys more two back set. You know what I mean? It's predict like how many people Bijan had to shake when he was getting the balls? He shot by 3 people. They was already there. He just shot. He had the skill. He had the skill to shake and get up out of there, but he already knew what was coming.
Now, you want to talk about shaking and baking. Now, I ain't had a chance to talk about this, but that goddamn boy, what that damn boy name is for Philadelphia?
Oh my God, Barkley.
That goddamn Saquon Barkley, boy. You want to talk
Yeah,
about?
he say he got drug tested out in the game.
That goddamn juke stick, that boy got it something ridiculous. Somebody controlling that boy with a joystick. That boy is not normal.
I ain't never seen that day in my life, bro. I've been on this earth 38 years and I ain't seen the day in my life.
I ain't never seen that. Make a man miss, spin off a man, and then backwards leap.
Reverse hurdle, motherfucker.
What? Somebody controlling that boy with a joystick. That boy is not normal.
I can't even do that on the joystick, bro. What button I use for that?
I'm telling you, I need to know.
Jeez.
Hey man, with that being said, listen. Falcons, take care of your business against these skanks. Remember, a desperate man is a dangerous man.
Yep. You bag a dog in the corner. What's going to happen?
It'll do whatever it need to do to survive.
Exactly.
Do not get bit by these skanks. You got to go in there with the rifle and put them out in misery. Go put those skanks out their misery.
Yes, sir.
What you got to do. Big Wheel, you got to find a word.
I ain't got that, man. I talked enough on my show. I said everything I had to say. Man, y'all already know, man. Find me at Will the Georgia Reap on all platforms. Catch me on Wednesday night. Everything Atlanta Sports at 7:05. And whatever Atlanta Falcon Nation got going on, if I got time, I'm there. You heard me?
And share your boy Blakberry shit out. Share this motherfucking video right now. Don't waste
Get my boy his subscribers back up, man.
Share this shit out right now. No motherfucker say to me, Blakberry, I didn't even know you were back. Motherfucker, well, now you know. Figure it out. Share this shit out. Share it out. Let them know your boy is back. And I'm back like I never left. Appreciate everybody coming through. Maggie T, John Tay, Miss Pam. Appreciate it. And sorry for cussing, Miss Pam. Really not sorry. But I don't know why I just felt the need to say that.
Auntie Pam in the building. You got to check the cuss word.
I don't know why I just felt the need to say that, but that being said, hey man, this been the home team, man. Y'all catch me on the flip side. Home team.
Peace.
Hey. Why won't let me in the stream? What the hell?
Night ride on Trae.